So what have you learned about yourself in these coaching sessions?
I'm way stronger than I think I am. And I have
Wow.
a lot more courage than I think I have.
You're
Uh,
just sitting more up straight already saying that. You're just like,
yeah, yeah, because normally I say, yeah, I'm confident. Yeah, I have courage. Oh, yeah, I'm powerful. But now through the sessions that it is, because when you said at one point, I think it was a few sessions ago, like, stand up straight, and I stood up straight and I looked out the window and I think, I am powerful. I am strong. I have courage. I am going to do this. I'm not going to let anything stop me because I have a goal, a vision to transform lives. It's an injustice to them if I don't complete what I'm doing. So it just gives me that backbone, that strength to stand up, say, let's do it.
today I'm here with one of my coaching clients. And it's been an amazing journey to coach this soul so far. And I am curious about her experience being coached by me. So, good morning, Sameena.
Good morning, Joakim. Good morning. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Hey, Sameena, I'm curious about your experience being coached by me. So, first, I'm curious, what surprised you the most about how I am coaching you?
Well, first of all, I love the name Breakthrough. And I'm thinking, now, are there some things within me that I can really have a breakthrough with, which I haven't maybe was able to get to? So that whole thing, when you look at what can we break through, was the one that got me.
Awesome. I thought that was really specific as well. And have there been specific things that I've done to help you feel the most supported, empowered, and get to have breakthroughs?
Yeah, I love the one-to-ones. And
Mm,
I love the day before you send a form and say, okay, what shall we talk about tomorrow? And it makes you think, yeah, where do I need help this week? So it's not just automatic pilot. And when I bring something up, you will go back to that form and say, now, where can we do this? What can we do with this? And then you would do activities, physical change in the state, getting me to stand up and not just sitting here. So all those small things actually count and really shift the vibration of your state. So that really helps and gets me to where I need to get to next.
right. And or in terms of getting to where you want to be next, and you talked about breakthrough, can you share one or two breakthroughs that you have had so far?
Yeah, well, one of them, the ones I think was the recent one where there's a slight sometimes I'm very confident, but there's a slight not so confident part of me. And it's really breaking through that and say, you know what, I am strong, I am powerful. And all throughout that day, I was just saying, I'm Wonder Woman. and and that really, those were like breakthroughs. When every time the needle dips a bit, things happen in life. I just have to remember what Joachim said, I am this, and then and my needle will go back up again.
And how has that impacted your life so far?
Well, if I do have a dip, I bounce back way quicker. And so
And
like,
I, And I love that about you because you shared scenarios where, because it's true, life is like a roller coaster. There are ups and downs. There are days we don't quite feel for it. And I have these days as well. And I know you shared you have these days. And that's just a proof that we're human being. When you have these different emotions, and yeah, you share that you've been able to snap yourself out of this and get into momentum again. Because
yeah.
could you share a little bit, what are your current project you're building and how has coaching helped you so far on your project? I know we have something big going on in business.
Yeah, very big actually. Because okay, so the background, yes, I'm a holistic health consultant. I'm a mindset coach as well, and I bring a lot of things together. My key journey, my key thing is I transform lives, especially lives of women. And for me, it's I'm going to the next level of one to one to one to many. And there's lots of little glitches, little things come in your pathway. And my biggest passion is just transforming women's lives and getting them to understand who they are and just really shifting that. As you know, I call myself the Asian Muslim Tony Robbins, and on stage helping people change. So part of my journey with you is okay, we are here. We are a similar background to who we are as people and how we both like to transform lives and get people through their breakthroughs. So, and as you correctly said, we are still human and we will come across our little dips and glitches. But having that, like the coach with you as well, it means you are human and you can reach out and we can get you through these little glitches and dips that we get to. So it really, really does help having it. Doesn't matter how good you are, how big you are. Even Tony Robbins has a coach. Everyone has a coach. And I learned this, and especially bringing you on board, it's like, yeah, it's so good to bounce off yourself and creating those breakthrough through the glitches that we come across and the dips.
Mm, yeah. Would you be open to share like a glitch where you've been able to overcome? Because I love the momentum in. I just remember you in one of the coaching calls, you made the decision that you're going to launch your membership within 24 hours. You had the first module out, you put it into your community, and you already had someone onboarded into your program. So it just so fantastic a proof when you put yourself in that state. Maybe if you want to elaborate to something there, and if you're open to it, also share maybe a glitch that you have overcome if you're open to it.
Yeah, sometimes we'll have, I think with us as professionals, our glitches can be not just the technical side, but also personal side and families and different things can happen. And, families don't see you as the professional person. They just see you as mum or as sister or as mother and, and so on. So the glitches can be like, sometimes it can be overwhelming. You have 101 things to do. You've got your work and what you're doing, then you have your family. So there can be this it's like you're getting buried under stuff. And then there's certain moments where I felt there was a lot of family stuff going on. I felt very overwhelmed. And I thought, nope, I got to do this. And I remember those breakthrough moments. Yeah, the membership, I was really like, you're sitting on the edge trying to is it right? Is it wrong? And I remember a session with you said, we just do it, perfect or imperfect, just do it. And I thought, yeah, I took ages trying to record one video. And now I think, you know what? Even if I say my words a bit wrong, doesn't matter. It's me, I'm human. And I just do it. Now I would record much quicker than I would previously. Another time I was in bed, I'm thinking, I'm feeling so tired. And I thought, just got to do it. And you know what? I launched my YouTube channel when I was down. And I'm thinking, wow, I just did it. So it's those kind of momentums when you're down, when you do something totally which you wouldn't do in your I'll do it later, and you just do it just to get yourself up. It's that's a breakthrough.
It is. It's a big shift in that vibration, in that state, and being able to do things instead of pondering at the crossroads and you feel the overwhelm, but you really go for it. It's so huge. So, what would you say is like the overall feel of our coaching sessions?
But when we come off the coaching session, it's a high vibration for sure, right? You come in and I might say, yeah, and then you start asking about my wins, and I think, oh yeah, and you forget your wins of the week, and then I said, oh yeah, I had this, and this, and oh, I didn't realize that I was feeling that. So and then taking you through your wins, actually acknowledging your wins, how small or
Mm.
big they may be, and you don't realize until we have this conversation. Oh, actually, I've had da wins in the week. Wow, and then taking where you're going next. I say, okay, so this week in my mind, I'm gonna create more wins. I'm gonna be more into what I'm doing, and I'm gonna do more breakthroughs. So coming out, I'm feeling, yes, I can do this. Yeah. So
I
we
love,
come out on a high vibration, and that sort
wow,
of like takes you throughout the next few days.
I love that. And you've been sharing several wins, and I'm just curious, what would you say is the biggest win so far you have had through the coaching?
I think my biggest wins will be I've implemented more confidently. So we learn so
Mm.
much, and as who we are, we're trainers and we learn and we keep doing courses in the past. And you come to the crossroads, like you said, and then things just go back a bit. And a lot of people will be able to resonate with this. But I think since the coaching, it helped me just do it, just implement it. Doesn't matter. So for the first time, actually, I'm starting to just implement it, implement it. We'll edit it later, but let's just implement. Let's just do it. So yeah,
Yes.
I think that's my biggest thing.
Yeah. And in that way of getting you and helping you, empowering you to do things, overcoming these glitches, overcoming the overwhelm and overcoming these days where we don't really feel for it. What is it that you appreciate the most about my approach to coaching you?
So on those days when you're down and overwhelmed, you sort of I come back to what I said earlier, you sort of remind you, where were your wins then? You know, what can you do about you? How did it make you feel? Why you remember why you're dealing this? Where are the needle makers, needle shifters, and stuff? I thought, yeah, that's true. You know, and you make rethink and get you back out of where you're feeling down. So it's
Awesome.
fantastic. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Yeah. And on that process, do you recall specific tools or exercises we have been through yeah, that you found particularly helpful?
Yeah, I think you always give this chart, the RMP chart, where you know where you got the outcome and desired result and why we're doing it. So sometimes when I have a bit of a down and I remind myself, why am I doing this? And I go to that chart, go to those needle movers. Why? What's the outcome? And then that's what like reminds me, yeah, let's get back. And this is why I got the print out. I really wanted to that be the template of anytime something is coming and I need to just do it, just remember that of the outcome and why we're doing it. And that's I think is a big one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thanks for sharing that. Now, you've been working with other coaches and you have other coaches, you worked with other coaches in the past, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what made you sign up for having coaching with me as well?
I think at the time when you did your class, your master class, and I was looking for a coach at the time, wondering what was I felt I needed a coach. And then when I spoke with you, and because you sort of like came from the similar We're Warriors background, coaching, and understood where we are, who we are, and why we want to do what we want to do. And I think that resonated a lot. Um, just sharing the like-mindedness with yourself as a coach, going through a similar journey that we've gone through and you've gone through and you've come through and you're doing where you're doing. I want to go where you are. So in a way, that similarity, understanding who you are, and really helping go through those little breakthroughs because you went through them as well. You know,
Mm.
it's like it's like the empathy as well. When you've gone through something, they understand you better. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and I really appreciate hearing you mention empathy as well. That means a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And to elaborate upon that, since you've been having other coaches and you currently have other coaches or mentors in different areas of your life as well, what are some key differences you find between the other coaching you get and the coaching you're receiving from me? Like, what you find unique about my style?
I think definitely the one-to-one, the sharing. Um, I've been in group coaches before, which is great. And it was really good, but in a group sometimes you find it hard to share. Um, and I think you resonate with where I'm going, where I want to be, and that one-to-one, that weekly sessions that we're having. I mean, in hindsight, I thought, oh, should I just join up for one lesson and say, or a couple of lessons, or 1 month? But when you offered the 6 month, and I thought, I like your style so far, what I've seen. I like the way I love the name. Let's do some breakthroughs. I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go all out and go 6 months in and just do it. And I'm glad I did.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. And I'm glad to follow this journey, the trajectory you are on, because it's that faith you can have in yourself. You see in yourself something bigger than where you currently are, and you're pursuing that vision you have for yourself and having that faith. So with that, what since you worked with other coaches as well, just to close that loop, what major outcomes do you find most valuable from overcoaching that might have differed from previous coaches you have had?
Again, I think it's going to be that personal empathy, connection on the one-to-one level as well,
Mm,
sharing our journeys. Um, because you're able to share part of your journey, which makes you think, oh yeah, if Joachim did it, I can do it.
Mm.
And all those like little tips and tools um, really help. And I think it's key that understanding empathy of where I am, where I want to go, where you are, where you are going, and we're on similar journeys, and that really helps. And it's yeah, sharing those dips and highs and lows and all the little actions that we do, and yeah, it's the resonate that we have between each other and moving forward with that. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I feel honored by seen by you, and it's really I really appreciate hearing that we're able to have that connection where I'm able to yeah see where you're at and where you want to go, so we can guide you in the best possible way and close the gap as soon as possible. So with that in mind, do you feel like we have addressed your goals in a comprehensive way, or are there any areas where you feel we could have approached your goals differently?
I think we do cover that because I love the rapport that we have. And
Mm,
when you come up with some tools of overcoming something, and if I have a question which may not be what you had planned, you will adjust it to what I'm saying. So you're actually listening, rather than just going by, well, I plan to do this today, and we're just going to do this today. At first, I thought it's going to be like that, but are you listening? But since as we gradually moved on and we started filling those weekly forms in, you actually did address and listen to what I'm saying rather than just going with protocol or what you had planned. So that I think was really important, and what I would definitely I will say the difference between people that have, right, we're doing this, this, and this, but you say, no, hang on a minute. Okay, if you're feeling this, let's address this. Why are you feeling this? So you will bring that up rather than just putting it to the side and doing what you planned. So that's, I think that rapport, that understanding, that listening, that empathizing with that was really key.
wow, thanks. Yeah, I remember I remember a particular thing, yeah, yeah, you brought up in one early session, one of the first sessions, and then I spotted, yeah, that there was some behavior going on that came further down the line, 6, 7 weeks after we started, where isn't this behavior related to what came up earlier? So really appreciate hearing that, yeah, that you see that that makes a difference. Thanks. So what have you learned about yourself in these coaching sessions?
I'm way stronger than I think I am. And I have
Wow.
a lot more courage than I think I have.
You're
Uh,
just sitting more up straight already saying that. You're just like,
Yeah, yeah, because normally I say, yeah, I'm confident. Yeah, I have courage. Oh, yeah, I'm powerful. But now through the sessions that it is, because when you said at one point, I think it was a few sessions ago, like, stand up straight, and I stood up straight and I looked out the window and I think, I am powerful. I am strong. I have courage. I am going to do this. I am not going to let anything stop me because I have a goal, a vision, to transform lives. It's an injustice to them if I don't complete what I'm doing. So it just gives me that backbone, that strength to stand up, say, let's do it. And let's just
wow,
do it. Yeah.
wow. Could you elaborate upon if there are any so far like lasting impacts that the coaching have given you so far?
Yeah, I think that one of the key things that came out is that we created I got myself a comic heroine. So Wonder Woman came up.
Mm,
And it came up spontaneously in our session. Yeah, I am Wonder Woman. I'm leaving legs. And then after the session, I looked it up. What is Wonder Woman's attributes? And when I saw the links of her attributes, I thought, and then I shared it with you, said, yeah, that's me. I am the comic hero. I am the real life Wonder Woman helping so many women. And what does she do? No, she doesn't give up. She's this. Like I'm standing there with my hand. I'm Wonder Woman. I'm going to help transform lives. I'm going to save you. I'm going to do this and whatever tools we use. So I think that was quite a beautiful moment because I never thought of that. I never thought of comparing me with a hero, a superhero like that. And now that I do, and if my kids said, "Hey, I'm Wonder Woman," don't mess with me.
yeah, don't mess with this woman.
So yeah.
So that's your ultimate self, if I get you right, just for clarity for the people listening
Yeah,
in, right?
I'm the Wonder Woman. I'm the Asian, like I said, short. I might be short because I'm quite short in height, but I am the Tony Robbins woman version of the short one, but powerful and strong. It doesn't matter of my height or my background or what I wear or what I do. It doesn't matter. It's not the clothes or the body I'm in. It's my soul. And I'm out there and I'm powerful and I'm here to help change souls across the planet. Yeah.
Yeah, you are on that trajectory with such momentum. So it's been a pleasure coaching you so far. I'm looking forward to what's going to come ahead. I have one question before I ask you if there's anything else you like to share about your experience. I'm just curious if you were to recommend someone to me, how would you describe or what would you say if someone is like considering coaching? What would you tell them?
I would say, well, stop considering and just try it. And be honest. So anything that comes up, rather than letting the coach lead you, allow you to be honest and tell your coach or tell your Joachim what exactly is that you're feeling, because he's there to listen. And then you're open to adjust your program or what you're helping with according to what the needs of the person is. So I would say don't just jump, sit on the edge like I did initially, and just jump and go for it and give it a go and be honest and open and create. So you'll see with the rapport is very important. And if the
Mm,
rapport's there and you see the little tips that he gives, go for it. You'll see the difference.
awesome. And in the coaching with me, because you've been reiterating this a couple of times with the openness and honesty from yourself and sharing with me, how do you feel about that being open and vulnerable with me? Could you just say a little bit about like that context or container, yeah, that space we have together where you get to be open and honest? How do you feel about that?
Now I'm okay. I think at the beginning I was a bit cautious, if I'm
Hmm.
honest. Um, but then I think what resonated the most was because of your background, and we've gone through similar like warrior training together and things like that. So I feel okay, cautious, but this guy knows me, yeah. So, and I don't mean like know me, but we've gone through similar stuff together. So he knows what we go through to become who we are, and then slowly that allowed me to be more open and share experiences from the past, and then by sharing those experiences, allowed that vulnerability to come out. And because that's what we went through these training to say, yeah, we're vulnerable, we're human, it's okay. But being with yourself is like you're in a safe environment, and being coached by yourself, knowing the journey that we've gone on, we're in a safe environment and professional, and at the same time being allowed to be open and say, okay, it's time to be open and it's time to deal with those inner conflicts so that we can knock down the remaining walls that come up when we're actually trying to jump and then we can't.
Yeah. And what impact had that made because you decided to trust the process, trust in me, and be open and vulnerable, telling the truth about, as you said, how are you really feeling? What impact that that's made because you opened up in the coaching?
It just makes me more open on the next session. But it also, again, it makes you realize you are human. There is a side of you. It's nothing wrong to feel the way you feel, but the key thing is you've acknowledged it. And I think you picked it up a couple of times, which I hadn't. I said something, and then you picked it up and said, you've just, you know what you've just done? You've just acknowledged that pain and then you've dealt with it. And where I hadn't really, oh, actually, I haven't, you brought that up. So that was, um, I think that was for me, it made a difference. So it made me think, actually, you're right. I don't really. So you bring out things which we may have missed, I may have missed, but you've picked it up. And so it's like, okay, it's okay to let the guard down. And it's
Mm,
okay to just say the pain, because you're talking to Joachim, your coach. He's there in a safe environment, and he's going to help you with little tools and tips which you may be aware of it but forgot about it, or he's bringing it to the forefront, and now you're actually actioning those tools and tips and doing something about it, and not just, well, it is what it is. So yeah.
wow. And it makes a huge difference on my part as well, because the more open and honest you are, the easier it is for me to understand where you're at, to thus help you, guide you, empower you. This is wonderful to hear that. Yeah, it makes a huge difference for you as well. Is there anything like final question here? Is there anything else like you would like to add or share about your experience working with me?
Now, I'm enjoying the journey so far. I'm really looking forward to the ongoing journey. Now I've realized the power of having a coach beside you as you are on this journey, and from years of experience from the past to where we are now, it speeds up your process. It speeds up who you are becoming stronger and powerful. It helps you actually just implement. You're not alone. You have your coach there. They're not agony aunt, but they're there to support and give you the tools to move forward, to help you with your pains and find the solutions. And that is, I've realized more. I knew it was there, but until now, I realized the value of having a coach like yourself and the value of how it helps us move forward to achieve our goals, our daily goals, our long-term goals, and where we're going. And you always remind oh, that long-term goal, you're gonna be, yeah, 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 I need to get there. And it's great because you've got the stepping stones. So yeah, it's really, if anybody's even thinking about should I not, I will say definitely um go for coaching. It does help, and it's okay to be open and vulnerable sometimes.
And thank you very much. And as you said, any action is going to be a stepping stone to the next to get that momentum and live that life that we deep inside know that we are capable of, or of helping us getting a vision of what could be possible. Because it might be a long time that we ignited some higher vibration or a great state is great emotions. Sameena, thank you very much for taking the time, coming on here, sharing your experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joachim. Thank you for your sharing and experience and coaching. I appreciate it. Thank
Great.
you.
Okay. Yeah. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.